Good afternoon, Papa Bear here, getting back on trail, starting in the Duggar wilderness area. So we got a climb ahead of me. A huge thank you to Brandon from Elevated Grounds for shuttling me around. He came, picked me up from the trail. He found some lodging for me, and then brought me back to trail today. And they got some pretty amazing food in their place there at Elevated Grounds. It's a coffee shop, but they also have like a lot of different food options, some resupply options, some fuel, some other smaller resupply items. But the sandwiches there are amazing. Especially, I had the breakfast sandwich, I think about 2 or 3 of them. They were good, and I packed out. I think it was a deli sandwich for dinner. But yeah, thanks Brandon, if you're watching, really appreciate the help. And Brandon told me that they're looking to open up a hostel above their coffee shop, so that will be great for the trail community, to have that option for lodging in town, because I would not recommend I think it was the Heart Inn where I stayed. Oh man, not the best experience at that place. But yeah, I just had some people pounding on my door all throughout the night up till about midnight, trying to get in. I don't know if they were drunk or what, but but yeah, I think once they open up that hostel, man, that'll be a great option there. And I resupplied at the grocery store in town. So yeah, just getting back on trail here. Headed up over Duggar Mountain, possibly 5 miles today. It's roughly about 1:30. So 5, maybe 10 miles. We'll see what I have time for. Onward we go. Apparently today is a record-setting heat day for this time of year in this part of Alabama. Lucky for me. Holy hell. We got a doozy coming up. That looks like some rock scrambling in front of us. Apparently I got cheated out of that rock face. Thought the trail was headed straight up for it. Just skirted the side of the mountain. Which is definitely one thing I noticed, the difference between Alabama and up there in New Hampshire. A lot of these trails so far, they've been like very long switchbacks that kind of side skirt the side of the mountain. We're up in New England. They just, when they blaze those trails, they just go straight up and down. Here it's a lot of back and forth, which is definitely easier on the body. Moving forward. Made it to the North Duggar Mountain shelter. I think I read in the comments something about there being a bat issue in that shelter. I didn't plan on staying in it anyway. I want to hopefully find a place to set up my tent. We're on top of a mountain, so should be hopefully a cool breezy night. I had to pack up like 3 liters of water, which wasn't bad, only like a quarter-mile away. Well, I finally got things set up. Overall, it was a great day. Wound up being about 9.25 miles. Not too bad. Didn't start till about 1:30. It was nice, quick town stop. Kind of recharged a little bit, so that was great. Duggar Mountain, there was definitely some tough climbs on it, but it wasn't nearly as difficult as I thought it was going to be. My body's more used to like the steep climbs. And that's kind of where I think the difficulty of Duggar Mountain comes in. where I struggle more is where the trail cuts across the side of the mountain, because sometimes the trail is on more of a angle, and that's much tougher on my knees. It's not as natural on my knees as like going the steep ascents and descents. So I found that Duggar Mountain was actually kind of enjoyable today. So about 3 days left to get into Cave Spring, or maybe 2.5. We'll see. But overall, great day. Thanks for following along. I hope you all have a great evening. Good morning. Day 15, March 4th, of Bama to Baxter. Just getting on trail this morning. It was a nice breezy night on top of that mountain. It was nice not to be camping next to a creek where there's so much condensation in the tent. So yeah, just getting moving here this morning. It is a beautiful day out. Mount Katahdin, Maine. Only 2,441 miles to go. Making progress. Man, that sign to Mount Katahdin, that really hit me. About 153 miles into the strip, and I finally think it sunk in a bit, like what I'm actually doing out here. I guess took a little bit to set in and realize how fortunate I am, and to not only be doing this so far and hopefully make it the whole way, but also to have a very supportive wife and family, you know, supporting me in doing this. And I was like 900 feet of elevation gain in the past mile and a half. I think that's one of the most steepest climbs I've had yet. Well, it finally happened. After seeing that Mount Katahdin sign, man, that really kind of just woke me up. I've been in a pretty dark place since I finished the Vermont Long Trail the end of last summer. Call it post-trail depression, call it whatever you want. Just haven't been quite myself. So yeah, I don't know, it just kind of woke me up and made me realize why the hell I'm out here. Yeah, just really from here on out, every footstep I take has a purpose, and that's getting me from, you know, basically town to town, state to state, Alabama to Maine. I don't know, it just kind of, I don't know, made me feel a little bit more alive than what I've been feeling lately, which I desperately kind of needed that. And just that whole mindset shift from, you know, this just isn't another one of my backpacking trips. This is, you know, I'm attempting a through hike of over 2,600 miles. So I think I really needed that mindset shift as well. So I figured maybe it's time to share what this patch here represents that I wear on my shoulder. I have, yeah, a lot of people that through hike these long distance trails tells you it's more a mental game than anything. So I got a few things in my toolkit to kind of help me out on those tough days. But one is this patch. It means a lot to me that I wear on my shoulder. It represents a lot of different things to me. For those that don't know, the bear in the center, that represents our puppy dog, Bear, which is also how I got the name of this YouTube channel. I wish she was out here with me, but she's better off at home with my wife and daughter. The American flag, you know, that just, I guess it kind of represents my father. He served in the military till he was 60. but it also represents kind of the beginnings of kind of where this all started for me. I did the Memorial Baton Death March with my friend Wayne, and that's really what got me into long distance day hiking and eventually backpacking. You know, the green ribbon there just representing mental health. It's, you know, one of the things that really gets me out here in nature doing these things, because it really helps me out mental health wise. The symbol for the family, you know, just represents let me know that my wife and family support me, and it's, you know, what I'll be returning home to once I'm done with this, and just knowing I have their support means a great deal. And then the last symbol, which I learned from my buddy Monk, that symbol represents impermanence, which is deep, you know, has deep roots in the Buddhist culture. Just kind of represents that, you know, everything's constantly changing. And for a thru hike, it really represents that there's going to be those tough days. There's going to be, you know, days that really suck, but, you know, those times will come and go, and things will get better or change. So just represents kind of pushing through those tougher times. So that's one of the things in my toolkits. Another is just a letter I wrote to myself that I pull out from time to time, just telling myself, or it's basically a letter, you know, all the reasons why I'm out here doing this, and, you know, basically what will happen if I don't finish it. So anyway, I'm going to get back on the trail. About 6 miles in for the day. Stopped at the Oakley, I think it's an Oakley shelter for lunch there, and I ran into and met the Newtons. Their YouTube channel is Another Newton Adventure, and they're also on Instagram. They're out on a shakedown hike on the Pinhoti. So it was nice to chat with them and meet them. They are starting their Appalachian Trail through hike on March 23rd. So it is very likely I will run into them again. That's roughly around the time I will probably make it to Springer Mountain, the beginning part of the AT. So guys, if you're watching, it was nice to meet you and share lunch with you. That was pretty cool. So I wish you guys the best of luck on your through hike, and enjoy the rest of your shakedown hikes leading up to it. Onward we go. I just made it to camp a little bit ago, still getting things set up. Overall, it was just shy of like 17 miles for today, set up by this little creek here. I was trying to avoid the next shelter. It's more of a local spot that has a lot of ATV use around it, which I can already hear them running. So set up here. So got about a day and a half to get into Cave Springs. Overall, it was a great day. So thanks for following along. Hope you all have a good evening.